What's up, everybody? Yo, I'm looking at I'm on the other side of town, and this is like a predominantly black neighborhood. You know, South Carolina was one of the states where black people actually outnumber whites. South Carolina, Mississippi, I think Georgia. No, not Georgia. South Carolina, Mississippi, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Mississippi are one of the few states where black slaves actually outnumbered whites. And that was the whole reason for the country implementing a census, because the census wanted to monitor how many black slaves are coming into the country. Because like I said, at one time the percentage of black slaves were like 33%, and that was too high for America's comfort level. You know, that was too many black people in here. They didn't want black people to outnumber whites in that regard. So they implemented a census on how many blacks are coming into the country. And it was like, this is a white country and a quarter on black slave. This is a white country and a quarter on blacks coming into this country is 0 unless they're coming in as a slave. And then that policy was later changed to 1%. Till this very day, it's only 1%. And I said it to say that, you know, black people are plant minorities. Everybody else is allowed to come in and go as they please. And this is why when you go in a black neighborhood, this is one of the reasons, I'm just saying, this ain't a reason, but you go into a black neighborhood and you don't see no black businesses. I'm in a black neighborhood right now, and all I see is Mexican businesses. Now, I ain't got nothing against Mexicans. I ain't got nothing against Latinos. I ain't got nothing against white people. But I'm just saying, black people are plant minorities. And anytime black people try to, anytime anybody includes their grievances with black people, it dilutes black people grievances. All these other races as far as people of color is a jaded, is an ambiguous term. And all these people, as far as people of color are concerned, were not enslaved because they were people of color. People of color is a new term. Black people were not enslaved because they were people of color. They were enslaved because they were classified as black. And people keep saying black has no land mass or no land they call their own, and this is true. This is very true. But we can't call ourselves Americans, because American can be anybody. So I figured you just use the term black American. You know, because if you say American what? You say I'm African what? African got like Africa is broken up to where they have people from every part of Africa. Saying you're from Africa doesn't mean anything. Charlize Theron is a white actress. She's from Africa. That makes her African American. See what I'm saying? Charlize Theron, the white actress, the attractive actress, playing the devil. She played in I forgot the name of the movie. It was a movie she played with Keanu Reeves, Devil's Advocate. It was Keanu Reeves, Charlize Theron, and Al Pacino. And Al Pacino was the devil. And Charlize Theron, she's white, but she's from Africa. She's from South Africa, so that makes her African American. Calling black people African American doesn't imply anything. I mean, it implies, but it doesn't mean anything. There's no significance, because Africa can be, saying you're from Africa can be anywhere. But back to what I was saying, like, this is a black neighborhood, and I don't see no black businesses, but I don't saw about 20 Mexican businesses. And every time you have black people with grievances, they always say Hispanic and Latinos are more likely to be pulled over by cops. Hispanic and Latinos are more likely to be killed at a certain age. There's always Hispanics and Latinos. There's always Latinos and black, Latinos and black, Latinos and black. Latinos wasn't forced to come to this country to pick cotton. They didn't suffer Jim Crow segregation. They didn't suffer They didn't suffer 400 years of planned ignorance. It is just is disingenuous to imply their grievances with black people grievances. But this is a bait and switch trick. This is why they do this. This is why they call black people people of color, colored people, urban, minority, ethnic. They use all these jaded, ambiguous terms to describe black people, because this in turn dilutes the issues of what black people are fighting for. It is a minority, people of color, multicultural, ethnic, urban. Use all these terms to describe black people. But what, like I said, what it does is it turns black people into shattered pieces of glass, and it puts us all over the place. This is just like I said, Black History Month. Black History Month is always about the first black man to do this, or the first. It's never a group concept. It's always about the first black man. The first black man to do this, the first black man to do that, the first black man to do this. It's never a group. Black people can be successful in America, but they must always do it as an individual. They must never do it as a group, because when they do it as a group, that's a threat. This is why, like, when you see, like, I be arguing with this girl on Facebook, and she be talking about the Republicans and the Democrats. It don't matter what party black people join. You're still going to be a minority in that party. And I guarantee you they'll say things about you that they'll say to other people that they won't say in your face. And it basically is like, because this is a country where the majority will win and the minority will lose. So it makes black people plant losers. Plant losers, boy. Like I said, black people have no friends in America. No friends. All right, y'all, let me go, man. I'm going to try to sell my books in this neighborhood. All right? Take it easy.